I'm your host, Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show live, and it is Arcfall. M61, Make It So Part 2, centered around Nemesis. Okay, I must have missed something in the arc last month in the missions, but I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I thought we were sort of like focused on this new species, this xenophobic species. And yet we're circling around to the Remans this month. But yeah, I don't understand the scope of logic. But hey, welcome in everybody. And how are you all finding the arc so far? Also, let me know where you're hailing in from as well. Now, for anyone who did see the patch notes that I did do this morning, obviously I was pushing the Christmas Angel Fund as well, and I will continue to do that. I forgot to put the links in the description, but when I re-edit this video in the morning, I will put the links into the Christmas Angel Fund. So if anyone does wish to donate to the Christmas Angel Fund, please do. Anything that you can give is greatly appreciated. And anyone who actually watched the stream for Ultimate DJs, and come to think of it, I should have put the link for that stream in the description of the patch notes as well. I'll have to get that sorted as well. For those who haven't seen it yet and would like to watch it, it was very interesting, very eye-opening, and yeah, over 1,000 children they'd be getting, and to be honest, we wasn't expecting that much. I mean, when I even looked up it, I think I found about 320 odd, but yeah, over 1,000. Then again, I really didn't take into account that they'd have all the siblings in with them as well. But it is a sad thing to have children in hospital at any time of the year, but most importantly, over the festive season is not also good. Why the hell has that crashed again? Oh, for God's sake. Evening, Paul. Welcome in, buddy. Bloody tablet's decided it wants to crash every 5 bloody minutes, and it's really pissing me off. So, what a start we had to M61. So let's get round to it. Obviously, I did mention in the patch notes, do not hold high expectations for a smooth launch. Well, we certainly didn't get one. Maintenance lasted nearly an hour longer than planned. The launch was fraught with issues due to we got mission problems. We had the serious amount of lags that made doing the new wave defenses more interesting. We will put one up tonight of wave defense. I'm not expecting to complete it. I'm not expecting anyone to join me, because I'm not actually going to announce it to my announcement alliance that I'm actually doing it. I'm not going to organize it with them. I'm just going to run it just for the sheer purpose of just to actually look at the various different things. But of course, obviously, we need to actually build the building. Well, as customary with the Pegasus Show, I leave all the general stuff like all the chest gathering, the new buildings, and leave them until the live stream. Hey Marcus, welcome in. And Paul, no, there was no incursions. Now the issue with incursions was the fact that 99.999% of the play base could not transfer servers. There was a very, very small portion of players who did manage to transfer. I'm not sure if they've actually got stuck on the other server. I saw something in Rev Juice's Twitch stream today when he did his Battle Pass stream. Somebody mentioned about is that problem in solved. I didn't realise some players had actually got stuck on the other server. That should be interesting for Scopy to sort out. But the fact that it's pretty much exactly the same alliteration they ran back at the beginning of November. It's literally the same alliteration. They've literally moved over to the beginning of December and it cocked up. I mean, it's just like, hey Stan, welcome. It's like, it's a copy pasta. It's a copy and paste. You're just literally lifting it from November to December. What did you forget? What did you forget as part of that file? That's as a whole item. It's a whole file. Everything's in that one particular file. What did you leave behind? It's not like it's a pissing sock that got left, that went missing in the dryer, for God's sake. I love to jump as soon as incursion starts. Easy kills for the start. Exactly, it is. But it's like incursion started and I was out mining in the Dominion gas token system. I was watching that system for the whole hour thinking, well, where is everybody? And Billy started talking, saying we can't jump and everything. And then I started finding other problems as well. So I was jumping in with the CC chart that we got as all the other content creators got the end. Most of the NDAs in there, and Eco and Bex, and it's got a lot of other lower tier content creators like myself, Tiberius, LaRooster. There's Worthless in there. There's I think Major Samo's still in there. There's quite a few in there. And to remember them all off the top of my head, it would be a big one. Captain Jesse's another one that's in there. And most of them are Twitch. I think I'm pretty much the only one who primarily does YouTube. Hey, John Boy, welcome in. I'm the only one who does YouTube. Everyone else is Twitch. There are a couple that will, like Lube, who's on live now on Twitch, doing his Battle Pass giveaway. Hey, Andrew, welcome in. And he'll drop videos on YouTube, but everyone is primarily on Twitch. I'm the only one who does YouTube. I don't know if it's the terms and conditions of YouTube that make things a little bit difficult, or I don't know what it is. I mean, I to be honest, there's not much point me doing Twitch, in all honesty, because I can't do like the beats and the sound effects and everything, because obviously I wouldn't even know where to begin with that one. But you guys done beta testing the new Arc for me? No, we haven't. But anyway, speaking of like incursions yesterday, even I actually got replies myself from Eco, which is, I think that's the first time he's actually responded to me. But there was a couple of just literally throwing in problems. Erin from the Talking Trek team, she was also throwing problems in Eco. So it's just like there's a couple of us literally throwing problems and screenshots galore. The biggest one I found, the most funniest, was actually, and it's sad, really, because Scopely made this big push about G6 last month and everything. And what did they forget to do for the G6 regions? Give them all the extra comms and everything. Yeah, they literally forgot half the pissing Incursions event store for 61 plus. It was ridiculous. And then obviously another problem as well that I found was the Alliance leaderboards for Faction Hunt and Latinum Mundi. And it wasn't specifically the Alliance leaderboard itself. It was when you click on the drop-down tab for My Alliance Members. That leaderboard wasn't showing up. In fact, we've got an Alliance leaderboard running right now, if I remember correctly, in the new events. And let's actually just double check, see if that's actually working. And oh, this is another piss take. A third pissing battle pass. Really? You got 50 quid on the far side there, 20 quid here, and 20 quid on the original. Does Scopely seem to think that, oh great, now I can't even get the bloody buttons to work. Ah, here we go. So here we go. So we got this battle pass as well. Obviously, this is the one I'm going to be buying on Friday. But here we go. So the Alliance leaderboard, right? Right. So when we click on the chart, and then obviously for those of you not familiar with this, you can click on this, click on My Alliance Members. Oh, Lord and behold, it's still not pissing working. It's still not working. I'm gonna have to fire this one up to Eco as well, but I'll do that at the end of the stream because I'm not doing it now. As I mentioned as well in the announcement in Discord, I am very tired at the minute. Oh, for God's sake! Yes, I fired this off too. So let's have a quick read of what the top line says. It says, CDNNV3 Live Star Trek / Content version 1 products prime event rankings by group 134 and an alphanumeric number that's quite similar to pi. But yeah. So if you get anything like this, fire it off to Scopely. The more reports of problems like this we're firing at them, the more chance they might actually ignore you. Okay, now the reason I'm going to also bring this up big style is because if you actually look over there, my alliance has scored, but according to that other board, no, nobody scored yet. Sorry boss, nobody scored. I've not actually looked at the point system for this yet, but oh yeah, as well, and it is event storm month, so no resources and materials save your battle pass this month. So yeah, firing off a lot of problems, and obviously I think it was literally because the community literally kicked off about we can't transfer, then throwing these extra problems in. Scopely, there was in a meeting at the time and I just went, well, you know what, sod this, cancel it. And that was the right decision to do, because if you can't transfer, then there's no point. Hey Ryan, welcome in. And Lucian as well. Sorry, I did see that pop in. Right, so I would say Scopely should switch to making board games, but I think they'd screw that up as well. Absolutely, Dave, they would. They couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery, literally. But it's who to blame on this one. Where does the problem lie? Is it the engineering team with the coding not actually fully understanding how everything interacts, and if you change this little thing, it's going to cock like 75 different other things up? It's like the base code of the game is slowly but surely falling apart. And I'm sure I heard Rev Juice actually mention this evening, that they really just need to go back to basics with the game and just rework on the code. And the only way that they're going to properly do that is to stop releasing content. However, there's the flip side to that. They won't stop releasing content, because as soon as the money drops way too low, the big bosses on the board are going to look and say, okay, it's not making money. We'll give it a couple more months and we'll see what's happened. If it continues not to make money, we'll scrap it. This is the catch-22 we're in. A lot of people keep saying, well, the spenders should stop spending. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. And I threw this into my alliance yesterday. I said, you've got to think like a billionaire. God only knows how much we would all love to have $1 billion, £1 billion, or whatever your currency is. I'm sure lots of us would like that. But you've got to think like a billionaire. Is it making you money? No. Is it making you richer than you already are? Is it making you the biggest cock-sucking asshole on the planet because you're rolling in freaking dollars and pounds and God knows what, and you don't give a toss and a shit about the people who's actually paying you? No? It's not making you money? Fine, let's get rid of it. Literally, let's get rid of it. And I've got more understanding of that aspect, sadly, yes, because of the politics in the UK as we speak. The rich are getting, it's reverse Robin Hood. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. And this is exactly what Scopely are doing. The big bosses do not give a flying toss. As long as the game makes money, they don't care. But they will bin this game like that. They will bin it. So this is where the spenders are in a catch-22. I'm appreciative to all the spenders, because without them, we do not have a game. But we also need to bear that in mind, that yes, while they are spending, while other players are spending, it's not helping the situation. They are in a catch-22. Damned if they do, damned if they don't. So, to be honest, at the minute, I can't even think of a solution that would make them stop demanding new content and actually give us the 3 months, short of somebody actually growing a pair, walking into the boardroom and giving them an earful and telling them stop being such cock wobblers. But anyway, so David Ma, hey, welcome in, buddy. I'm glad they can incursions riding it for longer been annoying. Riding it for longer been annoying. Yeah, it would have been very annoying to a lot of players, and there's no disputing that. So I mean, I was looking forward to going over and having a good old chinwag with Lube and Stewie Doo over on 135, hunting them out, see if I can see any of their ships. Not like a standard cat and nails chance against any of them. So, but there was also Shards. I was gonna Shards 3000 from Discord. Mark here in on YouTube was gonna have another chat. I was gonna get him to help me run a test on base defenses. So, but sadly, incursions never happened. So yeah, but it was good that they did actually cancel it. The whales must not buy items this month. Scopely must fix the game first. Catch-22, Lucian. It is a catch-22 for spenders. The game's expected to meet a minimum target. And if it falls below that target too often, they will seriously relook at where this game operates. Now, yes, I say they'll bid it like that, but they could simply start taking engineers off the game. They could start taking game design. Even though they're already understaffed, even though they are understaffed right now, there's nothing stopping them taking more out and making the situation worse. So it's literally like cutting off your hand. Too much lag with YouTube. Are you suffering a lot of lag, David? I'll say because I've got the stream on behind me and it seems to be doing relatively all right at the minute. Hang on, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so yeah, I'm looking about 4 seconds from me working. 1 month is not going to shut the game down. Trek Diva, hey, welcome in. No, 1 month won't shut the game down. But this is what I'm saying. If they start seeing a trend of lower income, they will reconsider it. They're not going to just do it on a whim. So we've got that. And we can't be afraid to take a stand. And this is the problem. And yes, as much as I've said what I said, we could potentially look at doing that, asking all the spenders just to start spending for 1 month. Give Scopely a kick up the ass, and then we can see their reaction. But if I was a billionaire, I sure as I wouldn't be playing this game. Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest with you, Dave, I still would be. It's the only thing I've got that's keeping me sane. Except for when things go tits up. But no, I mean, yeah, we could take a month where we don't spend, but surely by now, David Eckelberry, the managing director of Star Trek Fleet Command, I'm sure that's his title, will have already said to the board, we're suffering. Serious lag, serious amounts of problems with the game. Star Trek Fleet Command is still a golden goose. Players are not screwing the game. Each month. Scopely is. Yeah, Scopely is. But the one thing is as well, they know for a fact they're getting away with it. And like Trek Diva says, we've got to take a stand. They lose more if the game is shut down. They could consider that an acceptable loss. They could actually consider that an acceptable loss. So, but like I said, the game is expected to meet a minimum target, which is around about 6 million. I think. No, hang on. Yes, I think it's about somewhere between 6 and 10 million. I think I've heard saying. So maybe a couple of months down, more like a million would actually maybe push them into doing something. But at the end of the day, as well, you've got to look at the other side. Yes, we're talking about the big bosses on the board of Scopely, but you also got to look at the staffing levels. the engineering department who deals with all the coding and all that. Do we still have any of the original coders from when the game was launched 5 years ago actually working it? I don't know. Anything is possible. And there's so many different avenues you could look at about why there are problems in this game. I mean, hell, you could blame some of the Arc runners for, the way they run the Arc. So, I mean, obviously you've got some of them who literally care about the players and want to have a decent product. Some of really actually understand retail side of things. You can't sell a shite product for $1,000 and expect to get $1,005 for it. But yeah, if you sell a decent product at $500, you're more likely going to make $1,000 because people are still going to keep spending on it. No point keep spending on a product that doesn't do anything, is there? It's like, get an iron. You buy an iron from a shop. You get home, you find it's faulty, you take it back and say, sorry, we don't accept refunds. We're not going to take it back. You spent your money on it. That's it. And that's exactly the way the players are being treated. So, I mean, I really don't know what else we can do. We could take a stand, yes, but again, I don't know. I do spend in the game, but I ain't spending any more on the game. Literally can't play at the moment. Oh my god. Are you still suffering problems, Mark? Most of this was supposed to have been sorted. Can only be in the game for maximum 2 minutes, let alone try the new feature. Oh, bloody hell. Yes, Reese, a lot of players have been trying the defense. We're going to be showing it tonight on stream. So now as well, the event calendar has actually been dropped. So let's put the boring grey clouds to one side. As your server is still broken. What server is that, Paul? I can't do anything. Discord's not on that one. I can get that thrown up. 155. Right. Right. Let me just get my tablet. I've got Discord on this, so we can. What I'll do is I'll just tag it Eco and just say, is there any word about 155? Has just obviously heard that it's still broken. Now, if I can get the tablet working, because it is an old tablet, so. But yeah, so don't worry, I'll send that one up. Right. At Eco. Just heard server 155 is still broken. Before I add any further, and add 114 to that one. Right, what exactly is broken? Because obviously he's going to ask me those particular questions. Because obviously they said they sent out the fix, so everything should be working all right now. Yeah, right. So obviously, if you can let me know what it is that's not working, I'll let them know. And I know we had the problem with the mission hostiles for the missions not working properly, so I know there is that. I haven't seen an announcement so far say, oh, here we go. Oh, wow, 1,500 ciphers. Now, that is actually a decent start. It means I can run 15 of those defense runs. Woohoo! Not doing all 15 tonight. I want to save some for events. Reputation, wow, so get that unlocked. And the mission classified. Now, this was one of the missions I heard that's got a problem. So what we'll do is we'll run that mission and see if that mission is actually working. So either can't start, or when it does, it finishes straight away. Huge. Okay. Getting kicked out of game after couple minutes. Okay, so I'll throw that in there. They're probably just going to say, Paul, if you are able to stay in the game long enough, and I'll say that with a large amount of sarcasm, they'll probably say to put in a ticket. But obviously, if you're not able to stay in the game long enough to even get that far, then yeah. So yeah, I've thrown that in. I don't know if Eco will end up responding. It depends on how hectic things are at Scopely, trying to figure out what the hell they've done to the game already. So, hey pets, welcome in. I did see you sneak in there, so do not worry. I'm going to leave that 10-minute chest. I'm not fussed about that right now. Oh, bloody hell. Here we go. I was just about to say, oh, yeah, it's the mission. It's the first mission, isn't it? So, Bristow. Oh, yes, so this is the woman that's in the faction store, isn't it? So, okay, so we don't really want reports from your alliance are various new mission issues, stuck hostiles killing normal hostiles, stuck ships killing normal hostiles. Cup of tea time. Yeah, I say all you can do is literally put a ticket in and just let your alliance know to do the exact same thing. Jesus Christ, you bloody blabbers on. Just let them know to do the same thing. Just keep banging tickets in. The more tickets in, the more hopefully they'll do something. You detest the Herogen lost BP event. I'm trying to the battle pass, cannot find. Try. Is that pack not in there? Ooh. I didn't actually look at that one. I looked for the unlocks for the two particular battle passes. So we've got them. We've got the event store currency. They're the TC rewards. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. That's a new one. I'll tell you what I'll do. I don't actually know if there is anything, if they're meant to be there, but no BP points pack IAP. So what I'll do is I'll push that. I'll literally bang out a massive message later on. So anything that you're still suffering with, please let me know. I'll make a note of it and I will bash it in a massive email, in a massive message. I'm sure Eco's really going to have a splitting headache by the end of the day. So let's have a look at the. Oh, the question is the new faction store opened yet, or do I actually need the building first? Something tells me, oh no, it's already open. It's already open. So let's have a look. So we've got the two missions of the dossier 1 and 2. Now I've heard some problems with dossier 2 and they are aware of that particular one. But again, if you still feel it needs throwing up, tell me which specific part of the mission you're stuck on and I'll raise it up. Siphons as well, maximum 1,000. Well, I'm 500 over, so I'm not even going to bother trying to claim that one yet. We do have a list of favors as well, which are all aimed at the new wave defense armadas. But yeah, looks like an interesting amount. So we've got increase to hull health when in a wave defense. We've got critical hit chance increasement, increasing mitigation stats. I mean, these are all literally for the armadas. So you've got 5 various levels of them. You've got critical damage, you've got isolytic damage, impulse speed, which from what I've heard is going to be very well needed at the higher levels. I mean, let's see, there's only 3 levels on that. So what you're getting is you get a 10%, 15, and a 20% bonus. So, okay, fair dues. and then the ability to quick start the armadas. So I don't think I'm going to get that ability, but anyway, so looking at this, then we've got the 1,000 up to 1,000%. Wow, that's a massive boost, and that's certainly going to help you last longer. Critical chance is going to go up to 20%, so that's nice. But I do believe Hugh is working on these, so Hugh's probably actually going to be your better option with that one. So yeah, mitigation stats as well. Up to a 500% boost, but I mean, looking at them, it's yeah, not exactly starting very high. But anyways, it is what it is. What we got next? We've got critical damage, increasing it by 100%. Okay, yeah, fair dues. Probably still need the whole breach as well, but it's going to be that nice little boost there. Isolytic damage as well. Also, you can use the new Enterprise E crew. You've got the Voyager crew, all giving isolytic damage. So you've got a nice little boost here, which adds into that metric as well. The impulse speed we've already looked at, and the quick start is a single buff. So now there is the purple one. That's the one I'm primarily looking at the minute. Is the Dolomite particles. It's only 210 a pull, and I've got to be an infiltrator, so that's a lot of XP I've got to get through. But I think guessing that's the next level. So that's going to be a nice little boost for us, and to eventually be able to unlock those primes. Now, if I'm working this out right off the top of my head, getting your Dolomite particles here is going to be far faster than sourcing it via the Voyager field training, because obviously you've got that one where you've got to spend the commerce insignia. Yeah, you got to spend like it'll take you a couple of years to do. So the chances are this is actually going to get you a lot more particles a lot faster when you finally reach infiltrator. 10 a day. Okay, that's 100 every 10 days. So you can just sit down with your those primes, work out how many you need, divide it by 10 starting here, and then you're going to know how long it's going to take you to get enough Dolomite particles to actually do them. And to be honest, like I said, it will probably end up working out a bit faster. I mean, 1,000 Dolomite particles is 100 days, 3 months. Basically, the same amount of time it's going to take you to unlock Sloan. Yeah, free to play. And I was kind of a little bit miffed off with that one, because Sloan has been put into his own battle pass, whereas I could have sworn there was nothing mentioned about that it was going to be in the first 5 milestones of the normal battle pass. Yeah, so a little bit of a sleight of hand there from Scopely. Syndicate XP also is going to be a good buff, but you do need to be an agent, so getting you those extra Syndicate XP to get up to those higher levels a little bit faster. Not quite sure what the cooldown time is going to be on these, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. Faction Reputation, I'm not even going to bother touching, because I'm not touching them until I get into G5 at the minute. We've also got the 2 new refits, the Enigma refit for the Talios and the Clandestine refit for the Defiant. Like I said in the patch note video, I love the Clandestine design. The downside is I don't actually use the Defiant. It sits in my hangar doing pretty much nothing. It might come out every now and again just to sit in the dock, but that's about it. I don't really use it, so it's just an extra ship taking up space for like solo armadas. I've got the Titan now. That buffs all my ships in one go. So I'd rather use that rather than just picking a particular ship to buff. So, but it's going to increase, the Clandestine is going to increase the amplified box here. This particular one here, going to increase this by 50% as you go through. So yeah, that's a nice little thing, nice little bit of extra credits and some more Bajoran badges. Not like I actually need them right now, because I'm only getting directives. Yeah, so I don't really need that kind of a boost. But what I do find valuable is going to be the Enigma refit for the Talios. 50% increase to inert nanoprobes. Absolutely, I'm all for actually reducing the grind of the board, because it's like a pain in the ass. One point I was grinding 100 a day just to fill my cargo bay. I'm down to 67. This will probably take me down to around about 45, 50 targets. So that's saving me costs in repair costs for titanium and dilithium. It's saving me some speed ups because I'm not having to use as many speed ups on it. And it's also making sure that I fill my cargo bay a lot faster. So yeah, that's definitely going to be one I'm going after. 2 shards of pull, so 120 shards. Yeah, that's going to take a while for me to do as well. Strike teams are also have got a better sourcing. Rather than sticking them to incursions only, we now have this. So this is going to give me the opportunity, and for those of you who haven't got them yet, for Strike Team Lalan, Gold Ducat, and Weiyun, if you haven't got those particular epics. I'm sure a lot of players have got all the uncommon, all the rares by now. If you haven't, well, here's your chance to go get sourcing for them. It is one shard a pull. How many these are going to be and what the costs are, I don't know, but I don't expect it to be like on the cheap side, but it's going to be far better sourcing than incursions by a long shot. You could combine the two if you really wanted to. Carl Freeman is also here, so this now gives us an ability, a sourcing for Carl Freeman. So you're going to be able to look at taking a isolytic damage for officer's ability in PvP a little bit higher. So maybe a better chance to take on, surprise some of those G5, G6 players by smacking their ships around if you catch them unaware. So or G4 if you are having the G3 region. So, and then we've got this then we've got all the favors here as well. So by the looks of this, you're not going to be you got, what was it, infiltrator, analyst, and agent. So they're the 3 different levels. So they're going to open at different levels, exactly like the Bajoran store, faction store. Yeah, so have fun with them. Really build up that power for your wave defenses. Now, there is one other feature that I do want to look at. We'll go into this in just a moment and go through the various tags that we can see on screen. But one thing I've actually now I've figured out how to do it, is actually enjoy it a little bit more, is this new simulator. So now I don't know how many of you in watching so far have actually noticed the best way to do this. And oh hello, oh crap. But what you'll find, this thing's going to shoot me, is when you target something, you see a red area, a yellow area, and a green area. I don't care if I get killed. You really need to be aiming for that green area as close to the top as possible. There we go. So we've got yellow, so we've got a 60% damage. Arc has been clustered again. So many bugs. Yeah, there is a lot of bugs. But another 60. So try and aim for that green area, and that's going to give you a lot more. Here we go, full critical, and that's going to destroy that. Now, I believe there was a pattern to this as well that some players were finding. So, we got that nicely as well. I keep forgetting to do that one. Rev was obviously doing this in his stream, and he said he was probably a lot better on mobile. Yeah, it maybe if I had both my hands on it and covering the camera, it would actually be alright for me. But obviously, as it is, I'm working as close to a PC as possible. Obviously, you'd look at trying to get the I only got a little one there. Trying to get those stars at the top completed. Oh, blimey now. I'm going to end up dying here. Let's fire the torpedoes. There we go. So you don't necessarily have to click on the weapon. Oh, I died. You don't necessarily have to click on that weapon. What you can do, if you really wanted to, select your weapon. Obviously, you have to click on select it. So click on it, then click on the target, and then just click on the actual target itself. So there you go. I've just done a block. So try and not hit that area. So it's like you can just select your target, select your weapon, fire the shot off, and oh, I've done a block there. Depends on how quick you actually work it. So let's get this sorted out, shall we? There we go. So I'm going to finish on 2 stars. Oh, hello. I've not finished this one. There we go. So the bird of prey is finally down. Now, it does top out at Ops level 10. Yay. And as you can see, all the nice little rewards that you're going to get here. I did throw this in at Eco early today as well. And say that it probably could do with better rewards. Or potentially, I mean, as you can see, I'm on stage 8. And I'm not going to lie, not exactly the best progression, in all honesty. I'd have to really work at it. But tops out, you need Ops level 6 to just do stage 10. There is room for it to go further, get bigger. Nothing is on the drawing board as of yet to do it, but they are not above saying, yeah, all right, let's do it. So if it's proving to be actually pretty good with a lot of the higher level players as well, and they really want to see more and more, bang it in the Discords. Let us content creators know, and we'll push it and try and get it. Don't worry, Dave. But it is something you can just do, just to, basically, right, let's not mince words on this one, right? This is to keep your eyes in the game longer. So when you're on those long warp flights to another area of the system, you got all your miners out, you got nothing else to do. Instead of you putting the phone down, walking away from the computer, this is to keep you interacting in the game longer. Not a bad idea. But I thought they were supposed to be reducing eyeball time. After all, this is a mobile game. How many people are supposed to be sat there for 8-10 hours a day in their mobile? Hell, even this device that I'm doing the show on cannot hold out that long. I have to charge it up during the day, nearly twice a day. That's how much I'm in the game. This game uses a lot of power in my phone. So adding this into it, yeah. Is the Monavine any good? Depends where you are, Ryan. What ops level are you, mate? I mean, I haven't got the Monavine at the minute, but I can give you a fairly good idea from what I've heard. No. Short answer, no. I've heard it's more for those in the G5. The lower G4s, really, you're not going to see much of it because obviously you're not going to get very far with it. Me, I'm Ops 47 now, so I've literally cleared it. I thought, you know what, I can't be asked to wait till New Year. I cleared it off. And for me, it's still not going to provide much, but it's a trickle towards me getting up to Ops 49. But apparently you see a lot more benefit from it in the G5 region. So Ops 40, the answer straight is going to be no. If you've got the board cube, put your resources and materials into getting the board cube up to the relevant tier that you actually want. Mine is actually nearly there. Yes, it's nearly there. I'm at tier 6. I've only got one more tier to go. At the minute, I'm finding that I can still grind in Groombridge. So it's one hostile kill, one shot with the cutting beam. But obviously, when I get to level 26, all that will change. In fact, I don't even think I can do it. Oh, yes, I can do it. I can send it to level 26. I really don't want to right now, though. But, yeah, if you got the board cube, get it up to your relevant tier where you are. So for you, Respeed Ops 40, all you've got basically is the G3 epics. So tier 3, tier 4, something like that for you, and it should be ideal for you. I mean, there is leaps and bounds in the power as well as you do get higher, so I'm kind of hoping when I get this to tier 7 that it is going to breach over 20 million. Not counting on it, right? But yeah, I mean, the Monavine is in the faction store, in the event store as well. So if you do want to go after the blueprints and you've got the board cube, by all means, go get it. I mean, it is actually surprisingly as cheap as chips. Where are you? Where am I grinding at T6, mate? At current, I'm still in Groombridge because I'm level 25. Once I get to level 26, I'm going to have to find somewhere else. So, but yeah, obviously at the minute, because I did go from tier 5 to tier 6, I'm not going to escape that level increasement for killing hostiles. So yeah, but as you can see here, with the 6,000 event store currency I've got, I can get roughly 5 blueprints at the minute. But in all honesty, right, I'm 32 blueprints away. My alliance owns a tier 3 sector of a territory that has the blueprint service. We're not going to get challenged because we own 2 of the sectors connecting to it, and the other one's an ally. They've not asked us to borrow it, as far as I'm aware, but which is actually odd. But hey-ho, maybe there'll be something swapped for season 2. I don't know. But I've got 2 weeks left. I could potentially just go with, you know, waiting it out for 2 weeks. 18 blueprints a week. That's 36 blueprints. That's going to put me 4 blueprints over. Or I could just spend some money spend some currency in here and do it this way. But I've yet to actually find something in here that's actually piquing my interest. What the annoying thing is, the fact it is 100 blueprints. It's only half the ship. I have heard it being sent up asking for the limit to be taken off it. But in all honesty, do not expect the limit to be taken off it. Now, where's this pissing cube? Because, oh. Or do I go get another amalgam or meridian? How many meridians have you got? Will be my first question. Where's the board cube gone? I had the board cube earlier. Yes, Ryan, get another meridian. Straight out, get a second meridian. you have a second amalgam, never really use it. Yeah, I barely used the first one. In all honesty, I barely used the first one. Oh, I've lost the I do not have the board cube. Ooh, where's that gone? Oh, you love raiding. Well, I mean, you've got yeah. I mean, you've got 2 amalgams. I mean, why not double up on it? I would. I'm going to make a note of that one. Because the board cube was supposed to be in the event store, and it was in the event store, my event store, earlier. So the fact that it's now disappeared, maybe it's just a glitch thing. I'll double check it again after stream. But yeah. That's very weird. So, officers this month that we actually have in this event store. Yeah, 7 of 9. Now, I'm 56 shards away from getting 7 of 9. So at 6,000 a pot, I'm going to be looking at... so 10 is 60,000, so 300,000, basically 360,000 event store currency I'm going to need to unlock 7 of 9. Now, what the limits on event store currency we're getting this month, I really do not know. I did put it to Rev Juice in his stream asking if he had an idea, but he didn't answer it, so I'm guessing either he didn't see the message or he doesn't know himself. But I'm going to say, based on the last event store, we'll be looking around about 450,000, give or take. So, but obviously we'll see what other compo chests that they're going to dish out. I think there's a compo chest due to be coming out due to the issues that's already started today, but I can't be 100% sure on that one. So you've got your two below deckers here. You got Jack and Andy. You have Martis, welcome in. You've got your the cube in your store. Yeah, I had the cube in my store earlier because I looked at the price and it was double that of the Monavine. It was double. So I just thought, ooh, hello. Yeah, definitely won't be going for a second cube anytime soon. So now for those of you actively doing your Voyager for summoning 8472, Neelix will definitely be a decent card to get, in my opinion. Paul, the short answer for that one is no. At current, it's still a premium. Whether they're going to change that over time is anyone's guess. How do you beat these gold mission bosses? The correct crew and a decent ship will be the shortest answer. To broaden it out a bit more, AZ, what ops level are you and which mission hostiles are you going after? But circling back to the officers briefly while I wait for an answer on that one. Neelix, yeah, like I say, if you are doing your summoning, Neelix will definitely be a good one. Help reduce, make that efficiency even better. I mean, he's not particularly badly priced as well, so you've got a chance to really go for it if you really wanted to. I mean, at the minute, as you can see, I can get 3 shards. How many I'd get by the end of the month? Hey, Mark, welcome in. How many I'd get by the end of the month? I'd probably say I could go from tier 1 to tier 3, give or take. Maybe. Depends on the number of shards that he needs for next level. But I should think I'd be able to go up to tier 3. So that'll give me a good amount of saving, given the fact I've got a tier 7 Voyager now. And basically, using my 15 summoning, my 4,500... these brand new missions are all Explorer bosses. Ops 42. Right. Yep. Okay. I'll sort you out, crew, and we'll put that on screen. So give us a few moments, AZ, and we'll delve into that one. Gold bosses 5, 11, Khan, Lorco, Gorkin. Yep, that's actually a good formation there. So we can put that one on screen as well. Tal also works against him, but you're probably not going to go long enough in a fight for Tal to be very effective. There are a couple of other officers as well that you could use. You could potentially use Enterprise E Data with his officer's ability of Isolated Cascade. It does say non-Armada target, so if you do have him, he would definitely be a decent officer to put on there. So I'm definitely not going to dispute that one. There's Enterprise Picard as well. He's not there. There we go. So Enterprise Picard. His officer's ability again is increasing Isolated Cascade for 3 rounds against non-Armada targets. So yeah, The Wave Armadas are insane, but also fun with the right team. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to running that one a little bit later in the stream. I was originally intending on stopping around about 11 o'clock here in the UK because, like I said, I'm very tired. But something tells me we're still going to be going past 11 o'clock. But I've got to be up early because I've got to take my son to the hospital for 8:30 in the morning for an EEG. So, yeah, looking forward to that one tomorrow morning. An autistic 4-year-old going to sit with wires on his head. Luckily, he needs to be doing a bit of a sleep run on it as well. So Carl Freeman's also here as well. For those of you who want to actually try and get Carl Freeman up an extra level or two. Yeah, to be perfectly honest, depending on how many shards you've got, will depend on how far you'll get her. Increasing that isolated cascade damage for 1 round by an extra level will be awesome. Obviously, on a ship that's got any state on it. So, obviously, I believe the tactic usually is to put a Dayzoc below deck for the assimilate, just to make sure that you're actually proccing something. There's gold hostiles as well. AZ, you can use a PvP crew should you want to. But let's go have a look at some of the more centric officers that I would potentially consider for the job. Now, 5 of 11, yes, you can use her as well for her mitigation. You can add a little bit of synergy if you really wanted to increase it, but in all honesty, 200% is not really that high. But a new face in the Nemesis mission, yay! Oh, we got a new face. Nice. I've not actually looked at the missions yet. Now, where is he? Now, let's just put Marcus up here. Marcus, this is the reason that you're going to want Marcus, is his shield piercing ability. This is an anti-explorer card. Definitely worth having and going with. If we just do this and do that, we get Yuki up here. Oh, she's on an away team. Oh, for God's sake. Right, so we'll have to do it this way. With Yuki, what you can do is put her in the captain's seat, and you'll have this. Marcus will have synergy with her, which will increase that by 5%, I think the synergy is. So, absolutely, against explorers, yeah, strip the shields and any shield remaining left over, piercing. If you are going to use Tal, though, obviously you will need a burning officer. So just bear that in mind. You've also got Janeway here. Again, isolated damage against non-player hostiles. So gold dots are included in that one. And then obviously she's got officer ability, which is increasing. When you take hull damage, she increases your shield mitigation by 6%. So basically changing that math from 80-20 to 74-26. With synergy, that does go higher. So basically putting more damage to the hull, which is definitely going to be a bonus with the gold hostiles. Tom Paris below deck as well for his extra mitigation as well. Voyager crew don't work against gold hostiles. Really? Ooh. Didn't know that. I'm sure I've used them against gold hostiles. Then again, the gold hostiles that I've been hitting are not exactly as powerful as my ships. They're like level 52 ones, but they're still like about 14 million power. Okay, so scrap the idea of the Voyager crew then. Thanks for that, Mark. I thought Voyager crew would actually be ideal, but obviously not. Let's have a look who else we could potentially throw in there. Strange New Worlds crew. Let's... right, he's on ship A, isn't he? So let's go out of there. Let's get rid of that. We'll have to make it easier. Go on ship A. When it loads. So go for the group and we'll put Spock up there. Oh, hang on. No. Not Spock. Right. This is the way you're going to have to do it. you'll need Ortegas because she needs to be on a battleship and she kills explorers. So AZ, I'm not quite sure what battleship if you've got her. No, I won't go Aurora, Mark, on this one. This is for killing hostiles. So you would need a battleship. So it's like, let's just throw it in for argument's sake. So if we're going up against explorers, we'll put that one in. So here's Mallorca battleship. This is the loadout I would use going after those explorers. Like I said, you've got Pike with his mitigation. You've got his captain's ability, which is shield mitigation. Again, swapping that shield and hull 80-20 math. Obviously, he's got full synergy with him, so that's the reason why I've got 14%. So that's basically changing that to a 34%. So now only 66% into the shield and 34% to the hull instead of 20 can be very devastating. And then obviously, like I said, with Ortegas, increasing your mitigation against explorers by X% the amount of health that you have below decks. So just make sure you do stack the health below decks. So ideally, they're the kind of crews that I would use. The older style PvP crews as well, like with Yuki, Marcus, and I don't know, probably throw. I'm just trying to think of who. There are a couple of other officers you could actually use as well. It's remembering all the individual officers. I know they say this is a strategy game, but the amount of diversity we have in this game is unreal. Now let's think. Yuki, Marcus, and yes, you can use Harrison because he's good as well against explorers. So definitely would recommend Harris. You could put Lorca on there for the hull breach ability. I mean, yeah, there's definitely plenty. There's one other officer I'm looking for in particular. In fact, there's two officers. Would I really recommend using them? Not at low tiers. That would definitely be the first thing I'm going to say. So you got Tasha Yar. Increases all weapon damage against non-player targets. And here we go. Increases critical chance against mission hostiles, the yellow hostiles. So you could use it, but again, she's going to need the synergy for that to really be effective. So you're going to need the rest of the next generation crew. And the other one is Data. Increase when fighting hostiles and armadas, increasing critical hit chance by 17%. Well, if you've got Tasha Yar as captain, obviously you're not going to have Data on there, but officer ability can put him on the side, so increasing your piercing stats by 60%. So a nice little combination there, but again, it's not a formation I would say, yeah, go out and use it or with weaker ships. Your ship's going to have to be decently powered, in all honesty, to actually for these to be effective. Higher tiered Data, higher tiered Tasha Yar, then I'd absolutely say go for it. Jean-Luc Picard as well, if you really wanted to. Yeah, just they're the general ones that I can actually think of off the top of my head. But I do say that the three officers I've got on the bridge here are a main staple at the minute. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely would say they are a decent set. So now I just realised I need to put the Franklin back in ready for doing the Wave Armadas. Where are you? Explorers. I'm at. As you can see, my Franklin is actually quite weak considering where it should be. And the worst bit is I can actually send it up another tier as well. So, oh, hello. Didn't mean to knock the stand. This is the downside to this. Is scrolling through to try and find specific officers. So that's ready to go. So what we're going to do is move on to building the new building. And I just thought, oh, crikey. I don't have a slot available to do this. But never mind. So, obviously, as you saw earlier in the stream, that we got the tokens from the gift section. This does become available from Ops 30, so you'll get it around then. So let's get it out. So I've got a dilithium generator A. Hey, welcome in, Tarkus. Now, I haven't got a lot of latinum to play with. But luckily, I do have just enough speed ups to do it. So, right. So let's get the facade going. Oh, I don't think that's going to... We'll have to wait for that one. Level 5 is a possible today. Nice. Okay, so by looks of this, we're going to be getting a slideshow, if it ever loads. It's only at 10 bytes, so hang on. Megabytes, that's 1,000 bytes, isn't it? Is that with purchase? No, it's not with purchase, mate. It's in the gift section right now. If you've not already claimed it, you don't have to buy it. Also, look in the 31 store. Yeah, we will as soon as we can actually get past this stage. Oh, here we go. Hey, so we've got 3 slideshows. So, introducing the facade and wave defense. Section 31 needs your heart to protect their interests against 2. Assign 2 of your strongest ships. Team up with 4 friends and help defeat the central with ever increasing hostiles. Yeah, it was quick, Mark. It was. Credits will be earned from the wave defense, which can be used in the faction store for more reputation. The more reputation you earn, the better reward you'll have access to. Section 31, reward those who are loyal to its cause. The iconic Luther Sloan will support your efforts with multiple powerful buffs. We will quickly look at Sloan as well. I've had a quick look at him, and in all honesty, yeah, I'm not in any particular rush to actually get to him. So, obviously, we're going to be needing some of these transmitters, which we can get from the faction store or the in-app purchase store, which we did see earlier. It's not the one thing I like to showcase, but it's there. So here's the transmitters, and I need to be infiltrator. Really? Hang on. Am I missing something here? They put the building materials behind a higher level. Now, the only way I can think that this is actually going to work is if you're getting them from the battle pass. That's the only... Well, this particular pass. So, I mean, we'll have a quick look at this one while we're here. So, we've got Sloan, and he's going to give us some more siphons. Okay. Now, this here does not provide a full unlock to Sloan because, yeah, there is only... Hey, Nuts, welcome in. There is only 10 shards on the free line. The $20 line, there's only 30 shards. So that's 40 shards in total. So that's still 60 short. But yeah. Because of the wave building buff. Yeah, but I'm actually shocked the fact that they've actually locked it behind a higher level. So I'm now kind of perplexed about how I'm going to actually upgrade this building to, like you say, you can do level 5 today. It's possible today. I'm just wondering how. What are these? These are the oh, wait, even bloody coming up on screen. Spend money. Hey, Damien, welcome in. Yeah, no, we're not going to look at spending money. No, they're not the transmitters, are they? They're for the pass, aren't they? You think you'll have to buy the battle pass? Do the missions and do waves. Oh, are they in the missions? Ah, figures. So I'll tell you what, right? I'm not going to bother starting on them. I've got one mission started. I'll crack on with them tomorrow while my son's undergoing his EEG and he's asleep for that. So let's jump over to the waves systems and have a look at the have a look where they are and what they do. Now, obviously, Rev Juice did show them off, and yeah, we're not going to challenge these ones because these are going to be like ridiculously hard. And they, I think, if I remember correctly, these ones contain the safe house of section 31, whereas these ones are the bugs. So what we've got here, one that we can actually join this one. So too much of lag to try wave so far. Yeah, there was a lot of lag on it earlier. Our alliance, we just literally decided we're not going to do any more until the lag was sorted. But obviously the lag eventually got sorted, so we heard. So yeah, I don't know if any of them's been doing any of them. You can also see this symbol here, which is basically says there's a defense ongoing, so you can't actually join them. Yeah, okay, fair dues. So here's the rewards. I mean, okay, this is a new way of doing the rewards. So, not bad. So, and then obviously this one here is to say that you can join, that you can defend it. So what we're going to do is if I move fast enough and if it works, I should be able to do this without people joining me. Now, there's no notifications going out. Start the missions before you do the waves. Yeah, I know there's a couple of missions that require you to do waves, but given the fact that I've got 1500, I'm not particularly too fussed about doing the missions. How do you crew for waves? PvE crews on the specific ships. Now, I'll be lucky to get past the first wave doing this, in all honesty, on my own. But no harm in going in for a little bit of fun here. ASO. What's an ASO? Yeah, it's escaping me. ASO. Oh, and so on. All right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start this. So brilliant. My ship's jumped straight into the system. And then I need to bring the right. Let's. So Oh, looky here. I can't even. Well, it's all lit up, ready. So now, as you'll see above the game chat, you're going to see okay. So what you'll see is you're the one leading the Armada and everything. Also, just to the left of it is the number of ships you have left in the system. And apparently, my Valdor doesn't want to sit still. And doesn't apparently want to lock in. So that's interesting. Oh, apparently I got the maximum number of ships sent. Yeah. So, and then obviously further on is the number of players actually in this. Now, like I said, there's no an announcement for this in Alliance chat or in Galaxy chat. The only way people are going to know that one is running is by the fact that you've got these plus signs. Yeah, 2 ships, 5 players. So 5 players. So in total you can have 10 ships in here when you're doing it. So what everyone else will see is basically this plus sign. Obviously, I'm going to see this because I'm already running this particular defense. I've got 7 minutes left, just under 8 minutes left on the clock, which is to the right of my name. Yeah, anyone on the server can join. So if you've got players out there who really do not like you, well, they can come and join you. They can reap some of the rewards. But they cannot shoot you because this is locked against PvP. So, now, if we click on the Armada, obviously it's going to say for me to start now. So, let's just get on with the onslaught here. More players can still show up. Alright, so apparently more players can join now. Oh, and we get another Era 5. Fantastic. So here comes the first wave. So what we're going to see is waves coming in from all over the place. I mean, yeah, I literally don't stand a cat and mouse chance against these things whatsoever. So we're going to send that over there. I'm guessing these over here are the Klingon Raiders. So they're the swarm aggressors. I'm going to literally go after the swarm aggressors. Not going to get much done in this, in all honesty. But just to give you an idea of what you'll be facing. And yeah, it looks like we're still suffering some lag, doesn't it? So if I try to do this with Alliance members and everyone, yeah, I wouldn't stand a cat and mouse. It'll be laggy. I think this is something I'm definitely going to sit down and where I've got both hands on the screen again. Same like the battle simulator. But oh, and we've got pixels now as well. Nice. Now, obviously, all these hostiles are going to converge on this. Wow, I'm getting pixels staying put. I'm just going to let them beat this thing. Okay, so some of them are blowing up. So I'm guessing the base is defending itself as well. So, yeah. Yeah, we've definitely just got that one here, Andrew, the same. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I knew for a fact I wasn't going to stand a chance in this one. Level 40 hostiles are around 50 million. Yeah, very, very powerful. I knew I wasn't going to stand much of a chance, but when you've got lag like that as well, you absolutely don't stand a cat and mouse chance of getting anywhere near as the number of targets you potentially could have got. I mean, if I was sat down really going for it, I probably could have got 8 or 9, 10 kills. Do you need the Franklin as well? Franklins, Talioses, Mantises. You will need them all. What it is, you'll be best off organising this with your alliance, ideally. My best recommendation for it is, and I've already suggested this to my alliance, you never know what species. No, you never know. But I've suggested using voice chat in Discord to special hostiles are spawning. Special hostiles? Oh, right, yeah, you never know what hostiles are spawning. Yeah, right, I get it now. But yeah, it's like if you go on your Discord, use voice chat with your alliance, organize together who is bringing what to your fleet, who's going to bring what. So they like your focus. So like get 2 Talioses, 2 Mantises, 2 Franklins, and then the rest all standard combat ships. And it's like the ones for the Mantis, for the Franklins, they focus on those swarm aggressions and then use their ship as a secondary. And then obviously you got a couple of players as well who just primarily full-on combat ships. They'll be the ones going after the main swarms of hostiles. I mean, there's various tactics you can use, but like I said, I would recommend. Do you want the lowest level player starting this? It doesn't really make much difference. Who starts it? It could be a high level player, it could be a low level player. But you ideally going to need ships that can get around the system pretty fast. So you might even potentially be looking at the idea of maybe a speed crew on one of your ships, or both of them, in all honesty. So yeah, but I mean, this is supposed to be a mobile game, so we need voice chat in Discord while on your mobile. Bad design for a mobile game for me. In all honesty, Mike, I actually agree. I do agree. Yeah, and Mark, as you've just pointed out, using the voice chat really does help, because then you can turn around and say, "Oi, twat face, I need you at 6 o'clock. We've got hostiles incoming." Things like that. But yeah, when Scopely designed this, while it's a fantastic idea, yeah, they've not made it easy for players to talk to one another. They've not made it easy whatsoever. It's basically sort of like a free-for-all. I think when this thing was released, they should have actually released it with the ability of, even if it was just something in-game, like a chat box. So it's like you've got here in chat, where we get there, Galaxy, Alliance, Private. Well, why not put one for like wave defense in there as well, so we can actually see, yeah, we can quickly communicate in there, although it does take time to type, and I think voice chat is a little bit easier. So I mean, that's some of the feedback that we can pass on and say, look, right, it's not easy to communicate with people in this Armada to organize correctly and really work for it. You're having alliances are having to use an outsource voice system to communicate with each other, but yet you're supposed to be in the game. You're not supposed to be in Discord talking. You're supposed to be in this game. So, I mean, they'll turn around and say, well, you can always run both at the same time. Yeah, you can. Can't imagine how much this game needs if you add a voice into the app. Yeah, it is a memory monster. And as they keep prattling on about, like, oh, freaking out, what was it? Wavelengths or something like that? Oh, bandwidth. That's the word I'm looking for. They've only got so much bandwidth for the game. So adding a voice app into the game is very problematic. So something like Discord is going to be useful if you choose to use it. I mean, I probably will when, well, actually my kids are not at school until Thursday now. Well, I have both kids, so I could probably run some on Thursday morning. But that's not going to help the events that I need to complete today. But yeah, it's just going to be one of those things, really. There's not a lot you can do about it. But there it is. So, let's have a look at Luther Sloan then. I was thinking Mark Sloan, but he's diagnostics murder. As you can see, 100 shards to actually... I say, are we actually going to work on it? 100 shards to actually unlock him, as we've already mentioned. And he has 3 skill trees. Tactician, Mechanic, and Escapist. Woohoo, he's going to escape. Woohoo. So, Tactician, primarily, is going to be things for piercing stats for all your ships. Yeah, only 100. Only 100. So, no different than the rest of them. But obviously, his sourcing and his leveling up is completely separate from all the other fleet commanders that you've got. So, not only when it comes to officer sourcing, do you have a standard chest, a premium chest, an ultra chest, you've got the disco chest, you've got the strange, you got the one in the Mantis refinery, you got the one in the Artifacts refinery, you've got Crucible of War. So not only got you things like that for officer sourcing, 7 there, but now fleet commanders are now going to be spread all over the game as well. Thanks, Scopely. Talk about limited amount of bandwidth, and they spread everything out instead of focusing it. Others need 150. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Let's go back a second and move myself up a little bit. Also, I know, yeah, Kirk and Spock were 150, but no, the rest of them were all 100. So, yeah, Kirk and Spock were definitely the 150. So, but right, so Tactician then, this is going to be buffs against your hostiles. Woohoo! So, PvE, buffs related to ships in your fleet for the mechanic side of things, and Escape is buffs related to your escapist traits. Now, there is some stuff towards the forbidden technology as well to make it a little bit more efficient. So, that's a nice little thing. But as we started off here, we've got piercing stats as well when on duty. Your main one for always on is max cargo, just what you always needed. You can guarantee sourcing for him in the faction store. Yeah, exactly. That is the bonus. Sloan has guaranteed sourcing. Kirk and Spock are RNG. Luckily, I don't need to worry about that now because I've got both of them. And I'm not. I think I'm about 40 days away from getting level 40. So that'll give me that extra seat in command as well. So for the next one, for the next level is isolated damage for all ships. But please remember, these are against hostiles. Not much of an increase on that one. 0.5%. And tops out at 10%. Wow. Big numbers there. But then again, we already have a lot of firepower when it comes to isolated cascade nowadays. Hostile stakeout then is going to be your critical chance against non-Armada hostiles, but it is on the selectables list. Then you got critical chance against Armadas. Now, I don't know if that's going to include solo Armadas and things like that. And then you've got one aimed specifically at group Armadas. Yay! So, level 40 then reduces the number of rounds needed to charge weapons while station raiding if your weapon is delayed due to an enemy player's ability. Now, you have Rom. He delays weapons fire. So is this going to work where if you have a weapon that does not fire in that first round, normally fires in the second round, is it going to pull that weapons fire forward to the first round and actually shoot? That's kind of interesting to me. And also you've got 3 levels here, so I'm guessing that's going to be like 3 rounds and everything. I think he takes the second seat as a commander after unlocking him at building 40. Yeah, he can definitely take the second seat if he wants. So next up is a combat scavenger. Ability. Again, it is a selectable. What exactly this is, I'm not quite sure. I'm presuming it's a loot increase or something like that. So it's the only thing I can think of for that one. But yeah. For level 50 then, you've got the hostile loot for all ships. Hey JT, welcome in, buddy. You got hostile loot for all ships, so that's a nice. Gonna help things when it comes to G5 and G6, and then isolated defense for all ships as well. Please remember that I believe that this is only for PvE, so it's not going to work against players. Mechanic then, obviously coming down the one side, you got some mitigation stats for all your ships when it's on duty. Increase in repair speed, you can always do with some increase in your repair speed. Cuts down on the number of speed ups that you need. Repair cost efficiency, exactly. So they're pushing another BP. Yes, then pushing another battle pass. So the elite side is $20 again, so don't need to worry too much about that. If you want to go for it, that's entirely your choice. Me, I won't be. 60 shards of Sloan would only reduce my grind by 60 days. Yeah, I can see waves are going to be fun. Obviously, when the lag actually clears out and they can actually work properly. So, level 40, cost efficiency for rudidium particles. So, making that galaxy tree extension that we got last year a little bit better. You've already done a few. Yeah, we just ran one, but obviously I was solo. I wasn't going to wait the 10 minutes to see if other people were going to join me. You bought the Commander BP, but not the regular one. What you bought the Section 31 Battle Pass with Sloan in it? I mean, at the end of the day, if that's valuable to you, then yeah, absolutely. To me, that Battle Pass is not valuable to me whatsoever, given the fact that we are in Event Store month and resources and materials are going to be a pain in the backside to source this month. I'm going to be sticking with the normal Battle Pass myself. So I actually get something and potentially can upgrade some buildings and do some more research. So now here's one for the G5 area for those researchers that require the cosmic particles. So you're going to get a nice little efficiency there for that. Forbidden technology side. So you got a cost efficiency for leveling up. Woohoo! Cost efficiency for tearing up. Woohoo! And it's all big numbers as well. Increase shield health for all your ships. Then you've got increases base loot received from Dominion Solar Armada. So that would be a nice little one as well. But again, it depends on how many directives you've got and how well stocked up you're getting. Me, I can get stocked up pretty damn well. So, and then topping out with a hull health bonus as well for all your ships. So mechanic, it's got some good bits. Tactician's got some good bits. So logically speaking, then the escapist will have some good bits in it as well. But let's give them the once over. Protected cargo, we could always do with that extra protected cargo. But yeah, the ability that's always on is increasing your faction reputation received from hostiles. Yeah. Okay. That's good when you are actively trying to faction reputation grind. So an absolute bonus. I mean, it starts off at 4% and it will top out at 50%. My Newton does better than that. Picard with no synergy does better than that. Enterprise E Picard does better than this. But it is an extra 50%. It will stack on top of what you've already got as well. So it's like it could take that, like I say, I've got about 250% bonus with the research, the ship, 5, the doctor. It roughly works out, and obviously the various researches, it works out around about 250%. Adding this just adds that extra 50%, so it takes up to 300% really. So that's not particularly too bad in a sense, but yeah. Increase. So next one. Now these are aimed at cloaking devices and they are selectables. Increases the chance of hiding in the reports when you're cloaked. Increases the chance of seeing cloaked enemies in reports. Reduces the opponent's all base mitigation stats while cloaked. Now this one's obviously aimed specifically at your combat, but the other two is basically you've already got 2 sets of research for that. One in the galaxy tree, one set in the galaxy tree, one set in the territory tree. So basically just giving you that better chance of hiding your identity when you're shooting somebody cloaked. Yeah. Unless you're actually watching your ship as they decloak beside you and shoot you. Then you're going to know who's done it. So next up then you've got some mitigation stats for explorers. Again, this is on a selectable line and it's going to give you the 3 individual ships. There's your battleships and here's your intercept. So obviously you'd have to choose which one's base mitigation stats you'd want to increase. The always on is obviously when you reach the 40 is increasing weapons damage for all ships. So yeah, 65%, that's not particularly too bad. Topping out at 800%, that's a decent boost actually. I will give them that. That is a decent boost. And then you've got the warp speed as well. Woo! Always could do with going that little bit faster. So basically, that is Sloane. Yeah. I'm not exactly going to say he's a cracking fleet commander, but there's some good little goodies in there if you're prepared to go for them. But bearing in mind as well that some of these are going to be linked to having the other ones leveled up as well. Here we go. Oh, sorry. It's now catching up with me. Yeah, so you are going to have to level up like some other ones just to get the ones that you actually want. So just bear that in mind. There's always a link to intertwine them as much as possible. So, yeah. Is he worth going hard after? Not really, in all honesty. High-level players, I would potentially say yes, get the for like the forbidden technology efficiencies and that. I would definitely say there's worth the opportunity. For lower-level players, nah, stick with your Kirk and Spock. Stick with your Kirk and Spock. You'll be absolutely fine. No point rushing to get him. Get him when you can. Let's say there's a blueprint every single day in there for you to actually go for him. But yeah. So, but anyway, because Sleepy's catching up on me, and obviously I do have to get up at the crack of a duck's arse in the morning, ready to get my son to hospital. What we're going to do is we are going to leave the stream there. I do apologise, it's not as long as usual, but that's it for this stream. This is the Arcfall. This is what we've been given. Obviously, there are 2 primes as well. In fact, I'll just quickly mention them. I'm not going to go try and hunt them out because I don't actually know where the primes are. So we've got one that increases your shield health by 400%. Really? Another boost to shield health? But it seems like now all we're doing is just pushing all these different hull health increasements and the shield health increasements in multiple different locations, and it's becoming a bit more of a pain in the ass. The other prime, which I think has actually got more benefit to players, is the Voyager one, which is increasing your refinery outputs by 50%, I think it was. So that's a more ideal prime that there is. But again, it involves spending money, and take it as you will about spending money. So anyway, that's the prize. I will get off now. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Thank you, Dave, for the good luck with my son. Hopefully he'll handle having wires being put on his head, and I don't have to pin him, but we can only hope. But anyway, thank you for joining me, everyone. Donations as well. I'm just quickly shouting the Christmas Angel Fund. If you do wish to donate to that, please see the links in one of my other videos, or hop on over to DJ's Discord or one of his YouTube or Twitch streams where he does have the links available as well. Any donations that you can afford will be greatly appreciated. This is for like over 1,000 children going to be in hospital over the holiday period. So they've already done full 7 floors. They're well on the way to completing the 8th floor. I think they might, I don't know if they surpassed it now, but they are doing very, very well. I will tomorrow add the link to this live stream as well as I go through the editing phase. But until then, I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Goodbye.